right, here I am down at the West Paseo, March 24, 2022. Time is now 7:42 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Here at the West Paseo, looks like we got a lot of activity going on potentially. Check this out. Like they're doing a lot of trench work down through here now. A lot more trenches being dug. We'll move on up here a little bit higher. Oh. Jesus. A lot of trench activity going on down here. See, they've uncovered partially the storm drainage pipe that runs down through the center there now. Quite a bit of stuff still going on with the trench work down here. You can see they're starting to fill back in a bit some of the trench there they've got dug out. I can see there's some kind of pipe in there. Looks like it might be some of the smaller white pipe, as far as I can tell from here. Also doing some digging over there in front of the bathroom there. So a lot of trench work going on down here now in the West Paseo. So I got to admit, not really sure what the trench work is all about here. I'm assuming it has something to do with irrigation or something, or somehow it ties into the storm drainage there. I'm not sure. See, over there by the, across the way there by the little museum, there's also, they sort of cut away at that, maybe in anticipation of the setting up the handicap ramps that'll be over there in the future when they get to that. Not sure, but a lot of work going on down here in the West Paseo. So I'm going to finish this up here and start moving on around to my other spots. And just hoping this Osmo 3 gimbal holds up for a while today. This may be the last time I shoot with it officially here, because I think by next Tuesday I should have my Zhiyun Smooth 5 gimbal, I believe, if all goes well. So I'm going to finish this up here and start moving on around to some of my other spots. Alright, here I am in front of the Old Town Tavern, shooting back up the West Paseo here. Looks like they're starting to fill in and cover that one trench that we were looking at from the other perspective down there. So they are getting stuff along here. Not so much down on this end, but they're moving along, piling up a lot of dirt over there, but getting more underground infrastructure set up, get that out of the way, then they can start on some of the above ground stuff, I'm thinking. Alright, we'll step down off of here. So move on around to the end. Shoot there. Going down to Brown and Main. Shoot over the fence here. Alright, so it's just a shot down through the West Paseo looking east. Let's see what we can see down here. So this is looking good. I'm gonna just move on around quickly to my other perches here. And right here I'm at the rear construction entrance of the West Paseo. More piping in. Some of this gray piping on this trailer might be actually what's in some of those trenches. It didn't look quite white, and I can see some gray piping laying on the ground over there. So some of this may be what they're putting in the ground down there. So alrighty, so what we got going on down here. I'm going to cut this short. Alright, here I am coming out of the parking structure up to AZ88. Looks like AZ88 got somebody to come in and trim off those vines that had fallen down on it my previous trip down here, so looking a little cleaned up there. Move on into the west bowl. Move on into the west bowl here. Looks like the gimbal's starting to act up on me. I don't know how long it's going to last here. Apparently not very long at all. I have to give this up. Have my sort of backup tripod gimbal thing. I'm gonna try. I think I'm at the end of my line here today. Right here I am down at the West Bowl. Gimbal's about to give up the ghost here today. Try to shoot just a little bit here. Can't really see much. They are doing stuff down here too. So shoot just a little bit here with the gimbal, and I'm going to pack it up and try to use my other gimbal that I have, but we'll see. I mean, my other sort of fixed tripod-ish kind of gimbal that I have. So I'm going to shoot just as much as I can here at the West Bowl and then move on. Alrighty. Okay, here I am down at my West Bowl Stair perch. Time is 7:59 a.m. I can see that they are digging trenches and laying down this white pipe for whatever purpose it is, which I'm going to guess it's irrigation pipe for getting water into the complex. So I'm going to shoot as long as I can until this gimbal begins to give up the ghost here. Get in my new gimbal next week. So this is what we got going on down here in the, damn it. This is what we got going on down here. I think I'm at the end of the line on this gimbal today. I'm going to finish up here and then move on back to my car and get my other form of shooting that I have and see what I can do with that. Alrighty, finishing this up now. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot some handheld video here so I can get some of this without that Osmo 3 messing with me. So I'm gonna shoot just a little bit of handheld here, just so I'm getting some, you can see they're cutting and measuring out some of this white pipe that they're putting into the ground, which I'm going to assume is irrigation pipe. So let's see. I'm just going to shoot a little bit of handheld stuff here so I have some footage that I can use. And next week I'll have my new gimbal. So it should be, all this gimbal trouble should be behind me, I hope. So just got a little bit of this here. Righty. Gonna move on around to my other. Right, shooting from a little bit of a different spot here, further on down by AZ 88 into the West Bowl area. Doing more handheld here. Just getting a little bit different view. What's going on? Looks like a lot of activity all across the site today. I'm heading down towards the east end here of the site. So just taking a moment to shoot just a little bit here. So what we got here. Cut this short. Right, here I am down at the north gate now. Looks like they have been laying some concrete here. So using my little Sandmark monopod thing here today. So, but you can see they've laid the concrete down for the sidewalks here. New sidewalks. So I don't know if they're waiting for another concrete truck to come or what, but we'll see how this little monopod thing works. Last time I used it was a little bit wobbly, so we'll see. But I'm giving up on the Osmo 3. That was probably the last time I'll foresee using it till I get my G-Un Smooth 5 gimbal next week, and hopefully all the gimbal mess will be behind me. But this is what we got going on down here. Sidewalks, they got their forms down through here. So I'm assuming the sidewalk will continue on down there behind me eventually. So this is what we got here. I'm going to move on around in front of City Hall there. Shoot some more video. Alrighty. Right here I am down in front of City Hall now, just a little bit around from where I was. You can see they have the sidewalk here that's all been poured and looks like it's hardened up. So I'm going to pan around here. See, they're just continuing on with the sidewalk work. Building forms. Looks like they have lights out here, so maybe they're out here at night even doing some of this work. This is what we got going on down here in front of City Hall, Civic Lawn area. Getting sidewalks done, so we're into more of the construction phase of the operation. So I'm going to move on a little bit farther around in front of City Hall and shoot. See how this monopod shooting works. It's not going to be quite as good as a gimbal, I don't think, but we'll see. Right, here I am down at the sort of end of the lagoon here. Pan around here. Haven't really shot from down here before. But this is just a little bit farther down from where I normally shoot. Here in front of City Hall. So at least with this this monopod thing, I'm not gonna have to worry about the gimbal collapsing and all that. Looks like they're doing some work back over in the lagoon, chopping out more concrete or something. Can't really see it because of this pump house here. Let me stop and move back a little bit. Maybe I can see what they're doing here. Right here on my telephoto, this may be a little bit more shaky with the monopod here, but let's see what we get here. See, they're out there chopping more of that concrete out. Back around here a little bit. The telephoto. But here's what we got going on down here. I think after I complete this little bit of shoot here, I'm going to move around to the East Bowl and see what I can see. I don't think there's much going on down there, I can tell, but I'll move around there and see what I can see, then I'll call it a day. And then next week I'll have my Zhiyun Smooth 5 gimbal and we'll test that out and see how that works. Alrighty, we'll finish this up. Alright, here I am down at the East Bowl. Big backhoe, or big front end loader. Someday I'm gonna actually figure out what I'm talking about down here. But big front end loader down here doing some work. Looks like more grading or something, maybe. Filling in holes, doing something. Dirt work, so not quite so much activity down here. This is what I can see here. Using my little monopod still. This works pretty good. I'm not sure how, I think the video is going to be a little bit more shaky, but I gotta say it's a lot simpler than using the gimbal, less of a hassle. So this is what we got going on in the East Bowl. I think this is going to be my last spot I'm going to shoot from today. Most of the stuff that I can see that's going on is over on the places I'm shooting. Library steps, not going to be much different to shoot over there. Just be a little bit farther from the action. This is what we got going on down here in the East Bowl. Alright, so gonna finish this up here, headed back home, do my editing, all whatnot there. So today was my last Osmo 3 shoot, I believe. I don't foresee using that again. It's just becoming too problematic. And like I've been saying, my Zhiyun Smooth 5 will come this next week, Tuesday I think, and then sometime thereafter, maybe even Tuesday, if I have time, I may come down and shoot some, test it out, see how it works. I've been studying all the functionality of it, so just a matter of getting it activated with the Zhiyun app that comes with it. Then I'll use Filmic Pro to do my filming continuing. But this is what we got going on down here, and so I'm going to end this now and head back home. Alrighty.